Welcome to our first installment of DC2LA to the web. I'm your host, Kevin Palermo. It's March 11th, which means that by the time you watch this, spring break will have finally begun. Today, I'll be talking to GW sophomore Maddie Murphy, who went on alt breaks last year. Hey, Maddie, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Kevin?
Pretty good, pretty good. So you went to New Orleans last year. So what kind of things did you do there?
So we did Habitat for Humanity down in New Orleans, and we also worked in KIPP schools with middle school youth. But it was kind of just a great experience with fellow GW classmates, and we got to learn about the problematic issues down in the lower 9th Ward in New Orleans, as well as a great bonding experience between GW students.
So how'd you actually get down there?
So we took about a 21-hour bus ride down to New Orleans.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was pretty intense, but it was an awesome bonding experience.
Was it like a good bus or like most buses?
Oh no, it was a nice bus. It was a coach. There was a bathroom in it, and
Okay.
they had TVs, so we got to watch movies, which made it go by quickly.
Oh, that's good. That's good. How'd you fundraise?
So we fundraise in a couple of different ways. So there are mail-out letters that we send to family members. We have a GoFundMe, and then personally, we have buddy fundraisers. So we team up with one other person on the trip, and we kind of tackle it together. So my buddy and I did a Crepe Away fundraiser, and that's pretty common to do profit shares.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, it's kind of a challenge. You know, fundraising for alt breaks. It's you know, like I've tried to kind of do my own alt breaks a couple times. It's, you know, go to a couple interesting places. I actually I recently tried to get one for this spring, and it didn't work out. We actually have footage of some of my fundraising attempts. If we'd like to take a look. Hi, I'm Kevin Palermo, and I'm here trying to raise money for a worthy cause. Alt breaks, Disney. I'm planning on taking a trip for 7 days, where I will go to all of the Disney theme parks, the Magic Kingdom, the Animal Kingdom. I might even take a stop at Celebration, Disney's town that is a real town and people live there. So here we go. Okay, at this point, I'm starting to get mad. Because nobody understands what it's like to not go to Disney. And it's starting to really get on my nerves because I've always wanted to go, and it's a good cause, and nobody understands that. So, no donations so far. Not sure why, it's a good cause. Anybody? Alt breaks? Disney? Keeping up the good fight, though. Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not helpful. No, this is just cheddar cheese dip. It's not money. Maybe this is a stupid idea. I mean, there's so many other places in the world I haven't seen. Egypt, Italy, France, Spain, Mexico, Russia, the Central African Republic, South Africa, Honduras, other countries. But then again, Disney has all of those at their wonderful Epcot resort. Hi, I'm here with a person who would like to donate to my Alternative Breaks Disney trip. Hello, sir. What is your name?
My name is Max.
Hello. Nice to meet you. How much would you like to donate to the cause?
I will donate $5 to the cause.
Wow, that is very generous. Could you donate more?
Sure, I'll donate 10.
That is very generous. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Signs of encouragement for a worthy cause. After a long day of soliciting donations from the larger GW community, I have achieved one thing of cheddar cheese dip and $10. So a good start on a long journey that will end in me going to Disney. Go GW. So, from your experience, what could I have done differently?
In your fundraising efforts, I think the most important thing is to kind of play on personal relationships. So family members, friends, not guilt
Oh,
tripping them, but
I talked to them. We didn't have it on footage, but I went to all of my extended family.
I mean, I think you just can't be afraid to kind of tell them what you're doing and kind of play to that story so that they are more willing to help out a great cause.
Yeah, I know. I did all of that. I made so many cold calls. You know, my Uncle Nick, my Uncle Ed, my Aunt Susan. She's married to Uncle Ed, but it's like they kind of have like they live separate lives. They can kind of be reached separately, you know.
Gotcha.
It's a whole thing, but it just, I don't know. So the thing is, now that I can't go to Disney, I kind of don't have any like spring break plans. So like, what should I do?
I mean, I don't know. You could go to the beach. You could go home. You could go on. Well, you can't go on an alt break now, but
really, they can't do like you can't do like a last
can't just
minute.
do a sign up.
Just like I want to go build some homes.
Not exactly.
Can I just build a home impromptu? Just kind of like, if I just show up, like, will they really have a problem with it?
I mean, they can always use an extra volunteer, but you know, there's some liability concerns there, so maybe not.
Did you have to like sign liability forms and stuff?
We had to fill out some forms, yeah, because a lot of what we did, I mean, if there was one word I could use to describe my alt break service, it was ladders. So
yeah. It's
kind of very important to have that liability under control because I was on like 24-foot ladders during this service. So
yeah, so with New Orleans, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of the alt breaks, like you're doing good work, but you're going to like beautiful locations. You know, New Orleans is a great city. I know a couple friends of mine went to like beaches in Nicaragua.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly the Congo.
No, and yeah, we talked about that a lot too, about the kind of concept of voluntourism a lot. So, you know, obviously we got to go into the French Quarter, and it was awesome because we got to experience this great culture and this beautiful city. But on the same, you know, on the other hand, there's like this problem of poverty and inequality. So we kind of talked about that a lot, but we got to experience both sides. But the focus was obviously the service. Yeah.
Like, how much do you kind of divide the science? Is it more do you spend more time doing the Habitat for Humanity stuff, or do you get like a good amount of time to actually experience the city?
We got a lot of time to experience the city the first few days, but we spend the majority of the time doing service. We spent like 3 full days doing Habitat and then 1 full day in the KIPP school. So, but at night we got to go to dinner in the French Quarter, and we got to see jazz music, and we got to go to a bowling alley. So it was a good mix.
Oh, that's good, because I mean, I think calling it alternative spring breaks, it kind of implies like you're not going on a real spring break to a certain extent. You know, like they could just call them like volunteer spring break trips to fun places that need help. It's a little wordy, I'll admit, but like.
Yeah, maybe not the best title, but
sure. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like fun times that help house building.
We can work on it.
Yeah, if there's like a good acronym, we could totally.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Edit. Yeah, I just got distracted because I noticed there was like a shot on you, and we have like the monitor, and my hand like drifted into your shot. So
it was like a lone hand.
Yeah. Have fun in editing, guys. So anything else you want to talk about with your trip? What was like the most incredible experience? What was the most important thing that happened?
I think the most important thing for me was the connections I made with other students, and I think because of the environment we were in, where it was kind of just simple. We stayed at like kind of a church camp, and we didn't have much to do, so we would play games of Mafia, we would play cards, and it was just a really strong bonding experience where I got to know these people so well in just a week, and by the end of the week we were doing vulnerability reflections, and I still have like the yarn from the one we did together, and it was just a really great way to connect with people who shared a common kind of goal and love of service.
Oh, that's great. Well, Maddie, thank you so much for being with us. This has been DC2LA to the web. And thank you all for watching.